Trump renews attack on U.S. Supreme Court, vows other tariffs, licenses. Minor technical incident. HAL refutes reports of Tejas fighter jet crashing. Iran says would respond ferociously to any U.S. attack, even limited strikes. India tells citizens to leave Iran. North Korea's ruling party re-elects Kim Jong-un General Secretary. President Donald Trump has renewed his criticism of the U.S. Supreme Court after its ruling last week that struck down his sweeping tariff program, saying he will turn to other legal tools to impose trade pressure. In a social media post on Monday, President Trump said the court had approved other tariff authorities that he claimed could be used in a much more powerful way, though he did not provide details. The comments came after the Supreme Court ruled that Mr. Trump exceeded his authority by imposing higher tariffs under an economic emergency law. A day later, the president announced a temporary increase in tariffs on U.S. imports from all countries from 10% to 15%, the maximum allowed under existing law. In his latest post, Mr. Trump also suggested using licensing requirements to pressure trading partners, questioning why the court did not allow the United States to charge fees linked to such licenses. Markets reacted negatively to the renewed uncertainty. Wall Street futures and the U.S. dollar fell early on Monday, while oil prices briefly declined amid concerns over global growth before stabilizing on news of planned U.S.-Iran talks. Aircraft manufacturer Hindustan Aeronautics Limited has rejected reports that a LCA Tejas fighter jet crashed, saying the incident involved only a minor technical issue on the ground. In a statement posted on social media, HAL said there was no crash of the Tejas aircraft and clarified that the event was a limited technical incident that occurred while the jet was on the ground. HAL said the issue is being analyzed as part of standard operating procedures and that it is working closely with the Indian Air Force to resolve the matter quickly. The company added that the LCA Tejas maintains one of the strongest safety records among modern fighter aircraft. Earlier, Press Trust of India and other media outlets had reported that an Indian Air Force Tejas aircraft suffered major damage after overshooting a runway at a frontline airbase earlier this month. According to those reports, the aircraft was returning from a training sortie on February 7 when it experienced a suspected brake failure, leading to a runway excursion. The reports said the pilot ejected safely and was not injured. Iran warned on Monday that it would respond ferociously to any U.S. military attack, after President Donald Trump said he was considering limited strikes against the country. The warning comes as the United States has increased its military presence in the Middle East to pressure Iran ahead of renewed negotiations on Tehran's nuclear program, due to restart later this week. Iran's foreign ministry said any strike, regardless of scale, would be treated as an act of aggression. Spokesman Esmail Baqai told a press briefing in Tehran that Iran would exercise its right to self-defense in response. The two sides recently concluded a second round of indirect talks in Switzerland, mediated by Oman. Further talks are scheduled for Thursday, according to Iranian and Omani officials, though the United States has not publicly confirmed them. The European Union has called for a diplomatic resolution. EU Foreign Policy Chief Kaja Kallas said the region could not afford another conflict and urged negotiators to use the current moment to seek a peaceful solution. India has issued a fresh travel advisory urging its citizens to leave Iran amid escalating tensions and fears of a potential United States military strike, multiple news outlets report. The Indian embassy in Tehran on Monday advised Indian nationals currently in Iran, including students, pilgrims, businesspeople and tourists, to depart by available means of transport, including commercial flights. Authorities estimate there are normally about 10,000 Indians in the country. The advisory, issued amid widening regional instability, also echoed earlier guidance from January urging Indians and persons of Indian origin PIOs to with eyes up Baslat. Exercise caution. Avoid areas of protests or demonstrations. Stay in contact with the embassy and monitor local media for updates. North Korea's ruling Workers' Party of Korea has re-elected leader Kim Jong-un as General Secretary at a party Congress meeting on Sunday, according to state media. The move underscores Kim's firm grip on power and signals growing confidence in domestic political stability. The announcement was reported on Monday by KCNA, which praised Kim for elevating North Korea's global standing and strengthening its military capabilities. KCNA said the country's nuclear forces have significantly enhanced its war deterrence under Kim's leadership, describing the military as an elite and powerful army. Analysts say the re-election marks a shift in leadership posture. Lim Yul-chul said the decision suggests Kim has moved beyond crisis management into a phase of stable, long-term rule. Delegates at the Congress also elected a new Central Committee of the Workers' Party and approved revisions to party rules, though KCNA did not disclose details. Observers noted that several senior figures appeared to have been dropped from the committee. Those sidelined reportedly include former Foreign Minister Ri Su-yong, parliamentary leader Chu Ryong-hae, and senior military official Ri Pyong-chol, suggesting a reshuffle of the old guard.